I feel like it's got to be awkward when you go from, not that it can take a long time. It's, you grind it out and shit. But when it does happen, I feel like it happens.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden you go from, clubs to theaters and then arenas real fast. And all of a sudden you're like, wait a minute. I'm doing the same type of material and the same act, and now I'm making it hundreds of thousands.
I gotta get better at when there's a team of people now. Like when I show up to a venue and there's here's the promoters, there's 6 people, there's a catering person, what do you need? I'm just Bud Light.
On your rider, I'm like,
just Bud Light.
Bud Light and water. I don't know. We're fucking good, man. But I mean, I think the longer you can stay that way, I think the better, though.
The Air Force One stories you've all heard.
Actually, I'll defend him on that.
I don't want to.
I won't say his name. I won't say his name. But there was a comic who, in his rider, he had to have Air Force Ones for every show.
Provided by the club.
Brand new. And it makes sense. By the way, and this sounds crazy, I always thought that was insane. Until you start realizing you're also making a lot of people money. What would make your life a little easier? And I would be like, traveling without shoes would be very fucking nice.
Yeah, that's true.
They're fucking a pain in the ass. And if I want to wear fresh ones, brand new every show, I could definitely go buy them, or I could just put it in my rider. It's coming off the top.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
the club isn't paying for it.
Good point.
Somebody's got to go buy you a pair of size 11 fucking Air Force Ones and have them on site.
They're not. It's not coming out of a waiter's pocket. It's coming out of his money.
Yeah.
I would like in my rider, but it would be too difficult for them to find. But a brand new James Purse shirt for every show. They're $70. They're expensive $80 shirts.
Why are you getting a shirt?
I love it because I want to take it off and throw it into the audience. But I want to have a shirt at the end of the night. So it would be nice to have a shirt that I could throw into the audience and then go, I also have a shirt to go home with.
Yeah. Got it.
But then all of a sudden I'm literally buying, I'm traveling with 20 fucking shirts and coming home with 2.
Right.
I mean, that's the life of taking off your shirt like an idiot.
Yeah.
I've just been putting toiletries and shit on my rider because now I don't have to buy toothpaste. I don't have to buy deodorant.
Damn, that's a good idea.
I just put it in my bag.
That is great,
I always
actually.
fucking forget toothpaste.
Every time. Deodorant and toothpaste. Every time I'm like, the 2 things I absolutely need, I fucking forget every time.
I'll hit day 3, be like, all right.
Rogaine.
You gotta get it together, Jeff.
On your rider?
I'm a rider. I have Rogaine.
That's a good one.
I have Rogaine. But it's not, I don't need it every day, but what was happening is they were buying it every show. And then I had 270 bottles of Rogaine. And I was like, I won't be long this live.
Yeah.
Live this long. Yeah, riders are interesting. The old one, I think this is played out, but Van Halen had green M&M. Green M&Ms.
Oh, I've heard that as Mariah Carey.
I think that's a little bit of an urban legend.
Yeah.
Everybody
I
had
heard Mariah Carey. I don't know if it was no green. I thought it was, but maybe one specific color. Or maybe it was Skittles too. Whatever.
Mariah Carey's fucking crazy.
I heard Nick Cannon just request diapers.
Dude, he's wild.
Who's got more, Nick Cannon or Elon?
He did answer the internet once, and we're not so sure that he can read. I have to take over reading the cards.
There's a lot of people that can't read.
Floyd Mayweather.
I think you'd be shocked how many people can't
not
read.
being able to read is so fucking funny. Just driving down the street, looking at road signs,
maybe.
Is that a one-way?
Could be.
You should hang out with my daughter Isla.
Town?
My daughter Isla's dyslexic, and she really has a hard time reading. She can get it, the idea there, but sometimes she'll fuck it up. The other day she came in and she goes, can you believe they're outlawing adoption in Mississippi? And I looked at it and I go, that says abortion, Isla. And then she looks at me and goes, oh, so they want orphans. Okay.
The exact opposite.
I met a guy who couldn't count. That was crazy.
What?
Yeah, I never learned how to count.
To
Never learned
Eddie,
how to count.
He'd be like 1, 2, 5.
That's crazy.
How many of you were there? And he's like, 20.
No, that's hard.
I just made that up.
Who was it? Someone we work with was trying to explain their idiocy. And they were like, I have dyslexia, but it's for numbers.
Rudy says he's dyslexic.
And it's like, that's just called being dumb.
Yeah.
There's a word for that. Dyscalculia.
That's what he was saying. But I was like, no, that's made up. You're just fucking stupid.
Oh, shit. My mom told me I had that.
I mean, what does that mean?
But if you tell me, so when I get my numbers at the end of a show, I get my settlement, I like to add up the weekend and find out how much I made at the end of the weekend. And so I'll go and put I'm going to stop telling this story.
Well, let me ask you this.
Tell it one more time.
No, I just realized in telling this story, it's coming out as a brag.
Yeah, no fucking kidding.
Because
Bert.
I gotta
I
remember
was
so
about
many
to be like,
numbers. As I'm doing
a
this,
couple
I'm like,
commas in
yeah,
there.
and I'm like, I got it's like 913-074, 913-074, 913, and you go, do you make $900,000 on this show? So, but in the middle of telling that story, I was like,
Super Bowl
this is,
tickets are nothing, bro.
yeah.